Well, hi, and welcome to another one of Wally's Weekend Drives. You know, we got a special treat this week, a 2023 Mercedes EQS, the very first ever SUV, built from the ground up by Mercedes, totally electric, totally new. We're here at Mercedes Benz of Scottsdale. I'm joined with Stephen Smith right here. He is our main guy here when it comes to the tech on these things, and believe me, this thing is full of tech. So Steve, excuse me a second, I'm gonna walk around to the front here. We're gonna catch up with you later.
Sounds
so,
good.
Maddie, the very first thing that you notice when you look at this car is the fact everything is smooth on it. It was all about drag coefficients as far as going down the road, and you're going to see that reflected throughout the whole thing. If you look at the dash here, or not the dash, but the grille rather, you see all the little Mercedes emblems in here, and then you see the big giant Mercedes emblem right here that actually lights up at night. That is also your sonar that works for your adaptive cruise control. You also see a little camera right down here. You're going to see these cameras and sensors all around the car because it does give you a complete basic digital output of your car so you can see where you are in navigation and other places. And one of the things that attributes to that, digital headlights right here. Something new for Mercedes that they actually project. So I fired this up last night. It projected the Mercedes logo in this on my neighbor's garage across the street. It was really cool. Now, again, it's all about mileage. It's all about drag coefficients. So right here, you're going to see they put really nice 21-inch alloy wheels here. But if you notice, inside, there's a little carbon fiber insert. Again, it's all about keeping everything smooth going down the road. Now, the mirrors also, you've got cameras here, surround sound. You also have your blind spot control, everything else that goes in there. But all the cool stuff, Steve, is actually inside. So let's go ahead and take a look in there.
So inside of the new EQS SUV, there's a lot to talk about. Obviously, everybody loves the new Hyperscreen, right? Two 12.3-inch screens here, and then the main screen, which is 17 inches, which includes your navigation, all your charging information, all your radio, everything that operates the vehicle is going to be inside of here. The passenger actually could watch a movie if they wanted to.
Really? Now,
yes.
I know there's a right screen over there that can be programmed. I didn't know you could actually watch a movie, because that's cool.
Yeah, really cool. Wireless charging. But let's get to some of the basic things that people are going to ask me about. 0-60, 6.5 seconds. You've got 355 horsepower, about 419 foot-pound of torque. It's going to be a torquey style drive, even though it's going to be ever smooth when you step on the accelerator. Charging up to about 80% DC fast charging.
I would highly recommend getting your own charging station at home and
Absolutely.
do your charging every night.
And Mercedes Benz will help you do that. They will put a 240 volt setup in your home or in your garage. And also, you can always come to a Mercedes Benz dealer. We have about 8 of those here between the regular EV charge and the DC fast charge. We have about 8 of them here at the dealership.
That's excellent. Now, one thing you talked about, the 0 to 60 time, has no transmission. It's actually just basically a rheostat with an electric motor, silky smooth. And one thing I have to talk about too, as far as handling and being silky smooth, this thing with the 10 degrees of rear wheel steering can whip around a U-turn in a regular city street. And for a car this size, that's unheard of.
It is incredible. Look at the fit and finish. You actually have Alcantara up here on your leather dashboard. It is, I tell everybody, we don't just make electric cars, we make luxury electric cars.
Right. Speaking of that, the ambient lighting in here, now there's multiple different colors, and you said you can change it with your voice.
Yes, absolutely. So if I press this, ambient light green, and normally it would just change.
Okay, I'm changing the color.
There you go.
And now the ambient light is green.
Excellent. Let's go ahead and take a look around back and see what's going on.
Let's do it.
Okay, working around back here, the first thing you see is great LED lights. If somebody doesn't see you and your brake lights on this, I'd be surprised. To open the back, simple as that, just push on the logo and opens up what I call a cavernous back area right here. This right here is where your charging goes. We'll follow that in a minute for storing. And if you look underneath here, Mercedes is all about safety. So you've got your fix-a-flat in there. Safety vests. If you break down, there's 4 safety vests in here. Everybody can be illuminated and not be run over. Let's talk about charging real quick. Right here, what you're going to see, this is where you charge at night. You plug it in, just as simple as anything. This is your home charger. Know that if you do a 110 charge, for every hour you get about 10 miles. MSRP on this is $122,719, and I definitely encourage you to come down here to Mercedes Benz of Scottsdale, located right across the street from Scottsdale Fashion Center. See Steve, because he can spend about 8 hours going over this car with you and probably still not touch all the tech points. So remember, Mercedes Benz of Scottsdale, right down here next to the Scottsdale Fashion Center.